Hey there folks, good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today I'll be reviewing some fragrances, to be precise 4. Two are sort of like inspired by two popular fragrances, designer niche side. Those are going to be clones, but I would like to start with two designer perfumes, okay? And I've been meaning to do these reviews for some time. I really wanted to always like cover a lot of designer fragrances, especially houses like Calvin Klein, one of my favorite house. Today we have a Calvin Klein fragrance. It's gonna be called Obsession Night for Men. So this one is not the very first one from the line. You guys know my love for this masterpiece here, Calvin Klein Obsession for Men. This is a classic. I have a massive 200 ml bottle, I think, and I always love it, especially during the cooler months. This is a beautiful fragrance to wear, and I have covered CK Obsession, CK Obsession for Her, and then also Secret Obsession, Dark Obsession, some Obsession also I covered. CK Obsessed, right? That was on the newer flankers. So this one, this whole line, basically nowadays not many people are talking about it because Obsession is an sort of from the back in the time 2000 or maybe before that, and this line basically people know as a mature men's fragrance. So not many people like to talk about it nowadays. People talk mostly about youthful, something like a new trend, but I like to talk about all kind of fragrances, right? So hopefully you'll enjoy it, and I can do justice. This fragrance gets compared to something like Black Orchid by Tom Ford, but I don't think so. I'll let you know. So here's the packaging. I think this one, it's a standard 125 ml. I haven't seen a smaller bottle size. If there are, I'm sorry, because in Bangladesh mostly we get like these big bottles. I don't know if there's a 75 and 200 ml, but this is a 125 ml version for men. Okay, nice little coverage, like nice little packaging, coloration, a bit dark blue and shade of silver. Okay, thin box, paper cardboard box, nothing crazy going on here. Calvin Klein standard box. Okay, this one's used to be around under $30. Nowadays the prices of fragrances, also cosmetics, everything due to VAT, the war going on in the world, oil prices rising high, so living costs going a little bit higher. Okay, and the thing is, fragrance also took hit. Nowadays we have about 20% VAT on all luxury products in Bangladesh recent times, so everything went up by about 20%. So now these are around like $40 price bracket, expensive, but it's okay, like still not crazy. So here's the bottle, very beautiful bottle. I'll tell you one thing, I always wanted to review this, review this, because I used to own Dark Obsession. Sorry, I need a little bit of water because I just came from outside. Very hot and humid even in the night time. Even though there is some rain, breeze, you stay dehydrated most of the time. So anyway, I hope you can still hear me. So when I did Dark Obsession, it was something similar to, you can say, Lanston de Guerlain, nice cacao play, chocolatey, dark, sweet, winter perfume. But this one is the one I never reviewed, and I always like this bottle. Check out the bottle, is the same shape as Obsession. Okay, this is 200 ml, I think, and this is 125 ml. There's definitely a difference in bottle sizes, but the design is same. And the cap here is, it's, I would say, snug fit. It's snug fit. You can pick it up, doesn't click onto place. It's a plastic cap, light cap, but looks nice. It's well built. Here's the bottle. It's kind of like very nice, smooth, pebble like, like really nicely polished. You can see through the bottle, it's not all the way opaque, and the sprayer is very good. I have it pre-sprayed on the paper. I think this is a release of 2005. Let's see how the sprayer is. Sprayers are small bursts, nothing crazy, but it's okay, it does the purpose. So overall, presentation wise, I like the bottle. Box is okay. So let us settle down. Let me tell you the notes according to Fragrantica. This one has some spicy notes. Okay, openings are, man, my new specs, the power is still adjusting because I have complex power now. I can't sometimes read, sometimes things float. Opening notes are pear, cardamom, artemisia, and grapefruit. The middle notes are nutmeg and musk, and base notes are vanilla, patchouli, and vetiver. So when you see that nose breakdown, first of all, let me tackle that part where people, even at some point, I think early part of my journey, I voted up, and this is similar to Black Orchid, or sort of like an expression, or not say clone, but similar. But now that I smell Black Orchid, I have it somewhere at the back, I had the EDP. After going through many fragrances, I know what smells like what. I can say that confidently. This one has that darkness. Okay, so the dark aspect perhaps, but that's about it. Nothing else I find similar to Black Orchid. Yes, this one does have that, again, creamy vanilla, a little bit of darkness, but the spices, Black Orchid, it's kind of like a truffle chocolate. This one I don't find anything similar to that in this note breakdown. So basically this is not, to my nose, humble opinion, not a clone of Black Orchid. This is a fragrance on its own, a fantastic fragrance if you like dark, spicy, mysterious fragrance, kind of like a night out, that kind of fragrance for cooler months perhaps. For me, I smell this and I really enjoy the opening. It has this kind of like, if nowadays modern fragrances have Moschino, Toy Boy, has this nice pear opening, kind of spicy. Think of that fruity pear. Some of them, it has the pear, it has the grapefruit. This one opens up with some citrus, but you can definitely smell that cardamom, the spices, and also nutmeg, similar to Gucci Purom 2, that note. So it's like a nice spicy affair. A lot of reviewers reviewed it back in the days. Fantastic fragrance, to be honest. Really nice quality. Now, longevity and projection, since this is hot and humid, I'm not going to judge this based on the heat and humidity, but it did not last more than 3 hours on me because of the heat. Nothing is lasting in this kind of weather. So I have to wear this in a rainy night, on a rainy night when it's very cool, no humidity, or winter time. If I'm still here, I can update you with the performance, but I think this one has not beast mode, but maybe 4 to 5 hours of longevity in cooler months. That's my guess. Okay, but I will re-review this in winter. But what I like about this fragrance, first of all, it's very masculine, spicy. If I can compare it to something, I cannot compare anything that I know of. Think of like something like a tomato leaf note, perhaps I'm picking up. It reminds me a little bit of Man in Black, that darkness. So those are same family as Black Orchid, but this is not as creamy. Even though this one has vanilla, this one doesn't change to so much creamy vanilla. Okay, so this one stays spicy, mostly spicy, woody. And vetiver, no, I cannot like confirm that. But anyway, so this fragrance basically is for masculine man, a little bit mature, grown-up man, 25 plus, and it's a sort of like hidden gem that you don't find in every shop. Like, this is not one of the most common fragrances, at least not in my country. Like, you don't see this everywhere. People are selling this. You pick it up once in a while, like once in a blue moon. I don't know if this is discontinued, but since 2005, it's been 17 years plus, right? This release. So I would say, if you like fragrance like Black Orchid, yes, fair comparison. Something like CK Contradiction has something like this, like a spicy vibe. A lot of fragrance in designer side has this kind of spices. It's on the synthetic side, but it's a nice smelling perfume. So if you wear this, where can you wear this? You can wear this the same place where you wear La Nuit de l'Homme, because the cardamom, I would say this is a nice little perfume in that same ballpark, like Bentley Man Absolute. If you like those fragrances, Gucci Purom 2, same places where you wear those, you can wear this. This one has some sweetness, but it becomes mostly a spicy affair, and right on is sort of like a vanillic, but very thin vanilla, not a very creamy, sort of like a powdery vanilla. Okay, so overall, it's an interesting fragrance. This is a try. This is not a blind buy worthy fragrance for sure. I would not recommend you like, oh, hidden gem, go and run and buy it. Perhaps you may not like it as much as you like your Sauvage or Dylan Blue. This is a dark, spicy fragrance for men and masculine men. Okay, and longevity and projection, I would say like 7 out of 10, 6.5 to 7, perhaps my best guess, but it's not a clone of anything. Okay, so if you want to buy this as a substitute of Black Orchid, you'll be making a mistake. But overall, is this my favorite from the line? This whole line is actually my favorite. They actually offer something masculine, more mature. I love the Obsession, that's my number one. And I would say joint champion, this one, and Obsession, Dark Obsession, both, and then followed by Obsessed perhaps. And I do like the women's version of Obsession, Secret Obsession. Those are really nice. So this is a line definitely worthy of checking out. Calvin Klein made some good fragrances. This is one of the good fragrances. I would give this fragrance an overall rating of 7.5. Thank you very much for watching. Do check that one out. And I have one more review coming up. Take care. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh.